Hey guys, it's Cloudy. How are you all? Today I'm very excited to be talking about my upcoming K-dramas for May. With May comes a whole collection of new series and new dramas from a variety of different genres. Of course, my picks are going to be different from your picks. I'm mainly a huge fan of rom-com, fantasy, drama, maybe with a little bit of action. I don't tend to watch series that are too dark, so if you are a lighthearted K-drama viewer like me, maybe you'll like some of the picks that I've chosen for today's video. So without further ado, let's get started. My first pick is Frankly Speaking, which is a new series that blends elements of romance, comedy, and even melodrama. The Korean name is 비밀은 없어, which means no secrets, and it stars Go Kyung-po and Kang Hana. Go Kyung-po I really enjoyed in Strongest Delivery Man a couple of years ago, and Go Hana I recently watched her in Startup when I was catching up on some K-dramas. It's nice to see Kang Hana play a goofy character because I'm really used to her playing more serious or gentle characters, so I'm excited to see her take on the comedic, clumsy, sweet and lovable, typical K-drama female lead. Go Kyung-po plays a character called Song Ki-baek, who is an FM announcer. He has a disorder where he can't lie. So basically the things that he thinks in his mind come out of his mouth with no filters. And you can imagine how troublesome this is if he's on the air or if he's reporting some sort of story. If he can't hold himself back, he'll just blurt out whatever thoughts he has in his head. Even when people ask him to do favors for him or certain chores or help them out, if he doesn't want to, he'll just like blurt out whatever he's thinking of. Kang Hana plays a entertainment writer who tries to encourage Go Kyung-po's character to join a variety show, and somehow they end up falling in love together. Song Ki-baek finds that the more time he spends around this young woman, the less serious his condition becomes, so they slowly end up getting closer together and of course fall in love. The trailers were really cute and lighthearted, and I liked the comedy scenes that I've seen so far, as well as the animated expressions that we get from the characters. The drama airs May 1st and is on Netflix. So far, the first and second episode haven't had a huge buzz, but I feel like there could be more potential. It's hard to tell from the first two episodes, so we have to wait and see for at least 4 episodes to come out before making a final judgment about this show. The second drama is called Dare to Love Me, which is starring Kim Young-soo, who is Elle from Infinite, and also Lee Yoo-young. I've never seen Elle in a drama before, so I'm pretty excited. His character Shim Yoon-bok is the son of a family that manages a village that's retained their Joseon qualities. So either as for tourism reasons or for historical context reasons, this village he comes from is very traditional. So his character almost embodies the sort of like nobility and stoicism that we see in a lot of like Joseon characters. He meets a character who is very expressive, very loud. Lee Yoo-young plays Kim Hong-do, who is a plucky and hard-working young woman who's trying to achieve her goals in a very difficult design industry. And the reason why they meet is because Shin Yoon-bok decides to run away from the village. He sort of rebels against the lifestyle that he's been given. He ends up meeting the female lead when he arrives in Seoul, and they end up falling in love too. The trailer gives me typical rom-com vibes, and I'm here for it. It airs on May 13th, and you can check it out on Viki. The next drama we're going to talk about is the Brave Yong Su Jeong. Her name is very interesting. The title of the K-drama is very interesting. If you look at the hanja for the K-drama title, 용감무쌍 means indomitable or indefeatable, and her name Yong Su Jeong in hanja literally means the crystal water dragon. So I feel like her name comes with a huge reputation and a lot of like expectations. In a lot of Asian cultures, whatever name you're given to sort of determines your fate. Like not exactly, but it sort of is a premonition as to what kind of person you'll become. So if you have a name that has a really grand and worldly vibe, usually it means that, oh, you're going to become someone who's really great. Or if they name people with characters that mean graceful or wisdom or courage or honesty, these are usually characteristics that parents want for their kids. So this girl's name is very, very interesting. Hyun-kyung plays Yong Su Jeong, who wants to level up from her current position. a home shopping host and become a CEO shopping tycoon, basically. I don't know how someone like her is gonna meet the main guy character. The main guy character is Yeo Uiju, who comes from an impoverished background and he takes care of his disabled mother. He ends up finding out that he's the second grandson of this huge conglomerate and for whatever reason ends up being entangled with Yong Su Jeong. When I watched the trailers, there were like two different tones, which gave me a lot of whiplash. The first trailer I watched was like really dark, had a mystery suspense kind of like vibe to it. I heard lines like, you know, there are no secrets in this world. Just watch, I'm gonna uncover the truth no matter what. Like, these are very suspense charged sentences. And then the second trailer that I watched was like super comedic, very lighthearted, and it had more of a spotlight on the romance aspect where this like career hungry young woman meets this guy from like humble backgrounds who becomes thrust into the world of the rich. I don't really know what to expect because the drama falls under the revenge and romance genres, so that makes me very intrigued as to how they're gonna sort of weave elements from these genres together. The Brave Yong Su Jeong airs on May 6th, and you can catch that on Cocoa Plus. The next series we're going to talk about is the Atypical Family. I'm very, very intrigued with this family. Why are they atypical? Because this family actually has supernatural powers. This series is starring Jang Ki-young, who plays Bok-Ki-ju. He has the ability to travel to the past, but he can't change the past. So in a lot of ways, this makes him really depressed. When he and his other family members get overwhelmed with like modern day problems such as death, depression, addiction, they lose their supernatural powers. And I bet this goes a little bit into the world building, so the trailers don't really hint towards that. But they realize this main female character, Do Da-hye, who is played by Chun Woo-hee, she somehow has the ability to help them regain their powers and slowly change again. So they start to see her as the savior to the family. Because obviously if you're a family with supernatural powers and you lost them, wouldn't you want to get them back in some way? The family is definitely really quirky and weird, a little bit like bizarre. When I was watching the trailer, I really kind of felt bad for the main female character because she got totally like freaked out by them. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen, and also as to what kind of romance or relationship is gonna develop. I'm very curious about that as well. The Atypical Family airs on May 4th, and you can check that out on Netflix. Finally, the drama that I'm the most looking forward to is actually one that is slated to air in May, but doesn't have an exact release date, which means it's probably going to air towards the end of May. This is Dreaming of Cinderella. As you can probably tell from the title, it alludes to the sort of like Cinderella tropes. This is the sort of K-drama where I feel like I can self-insert. There's like self-fulfillment because it features a very typical relationship between a chaebol male lead and a slightly poor female lead. Lee Jun-young plays Moon Cha-min, who is the son of a wealthy chaebol family. He's a handsome jerk who I bet has a heart of gold. He doesn't care about fairy tales at all, and he meets a girl named Shin Jae-rim, who is the manager of his social club. She's a diehard romantic, and she's like looking for her happily ever after, so I can totally relate because I'm also someone who wears my heart on my sleeve. She meets this guy who's like totally opposite from her. I'm betting she's gonna be like super cheery and lighthearted and lovely, and then the main guy character is gonna be some sort of like rich asshole who ends up falling in love with her and changes for the better. This drama is like right up your alley if you're into the typical cliched romantic tropes that we see all the time in Korean dramas. I love watching series that have new and innovative stories and twists, but once in a while, this is sort of like my guilty pleasure when I can just sit back and watch a very typical couple that has a typical personality just fall in love together. And it's a beautiful thing, and it's like my feel-good drama whenever I'm feeling stressed or tired. All right, so these are my picks for the May releases for upcoming K-dramas. There are a bunch of other K-dramas that fall into the categories of crime, mystery, thriller, some darker melodramas. If you're interested in them, feel free to Google them, but these are my picks, and I hope that you guys will enjoy them. Let me know what you guys are watching for this month as well, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video very soon. Bye!